Hello. Welcome everyone. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Hi. We are as the title suggests, I have not been playing a lot of Genshin lately. The last few days I've been kind of busy and just kind of doing other things. But welcome everybody. We're continuing the Lantern Rite. I'm gonna hopefully get through the rest of that. Hope everybody's doing good. Oh shit, the new banner and everything's already out? Well, we're not wishing for these guys anyway, or the weapons, because I already have them. So... yeah, we'll do dailies real quick, and then we'll just keep going with the story. I have to do this. Oh, I have to turn the game up too.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I did something off stream, I believe, though. Maybe it was. I have Xianyun. I have Cloud Retainer leveled up and ready to go. Kind of. I think she still needs, like, some talent stuff. Yeah. Wednesday. Ah, missed it.
Scatter! Gray cloud converge! Lament! Tear! Worthless! Tear! Worthless! Skyward!
No touching! We're way behind schedule.
We got the Adeptus team. I don't know which way would be faster. Fly, you fool.
Next on the agenda.
My will embody.
Oops. I'm used to Ganyu being number one. I think I just have Zhao here because I really want to use Xinyun, and I was like, well, let's try it, because I didn't have a great Animo character to pair with Zhao for a little bit. And now I have her. I was trying to, like, level up Farazan. Oh, sorry. These ones are easy. I know you're probably supposed to, like, move around and stuff, but it's like, that. But yeah. What are we doing? Bring back food. Does this motherfucker want a baguette again, or whatever the fuck it is? Yeah. I made extra because I knew that this is going... Jared, hi, welcome. Hope stream is going well. So far, I've only I've only been live for like 10 minutes. Well, welcome, Jared. I hope you're doing well today too. I had a decent day. Work's been kind of boring because we're still slow. Yeah, I had a work just being kind of slow, but then I got more sleep than I did yesterday. Yesterday I was only on like 2 hours of sleep because I ran out of sleep medication, and I couldn't fall asleep. But I bought some, like, I couldn't get my sleep meds until today because they had to, like, order it. I guess they were out. And now there's actually, like, a note on my bottle that's like, please call 48 hours before you have to pick them up. And I was like, okay. But I went and got some today. But like yesterday I bought some melatonin to try that for the first time. I don't know if it helped or not, but I did sleep more last night. I was pretty tired. And yeah, I'm really working on fixing my sleep schedule because I've been like a little bit more emotional lately, or like a little bit more depressed, and a lot of it hinges around not getting enough sleep. But yeah, all in all, my day's been pretty good so far. Did I give her wings? No. What would suit her? Ooh. Those ones work. Oh, stuff gets better, sleep problems suck. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing new. I've dealt with them for a while. I just, like, I ran out of meds, and I was like, oh, well, it's the weekend. I'll be fine. And then I was just gonna get them on Monday. I figured, oh, I'm tired, so I can go to sleep on Sunday, right? I've made that mistake before. You never learn. But yeah, I've had insomnia for I don't know how many years now, like 8+ years. I've dealt with it and depression for a very much of my life. But things are better. Things are getting better. It's just gonna be a little rough for a little bit. I actually need to go and do my taxes because my tax return is gonna help me with a couple things that I need to do. And after that, then everything's like totally fine. And I'm just coasting. Yeah. Hope everybody's day was good. I'm hoping I can finish the lantern right today. Yeah, last time nobody really showed up, but I also didn't give them a whole lot of chance to show up. Last time I streamed like an hour and I was almost passing out. Like I could barely stay awake and I'm like, all right, well, that's it. We need to grind. Are all of her artifacts level 20? No. But enough about that stuff. I'm doing good. Hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna do this. Just grind. I noticed a lot of characters that they've been coming out with lately have, like, a lot of their good sets have been noblesse. Yeah. Other than that, I've lost a little bit of weight. I've been on a new diet, and it is working. And I'm not like, I don't know. This time is just kind of different. Like I'm not really craving sweet. Well, okay, I do want snacks a lot, but I've been eating like, I either didn't have any snacks or I've been eating like better ones. But I've been really sticking to my diet. That's helped a lot.
Stabilize. I will have order. Let's roll.
Oh my god. I can't hit nothing. Cow.
Burst forth. Rally. Moments of birth. Attaboy. Oh, you're coming through. Let's roll. This is order. Charge. Coming to be.
Where the hell is my energy regen? I know I haven't played Genshin in a few days, but like, man, I can't be that out of it. Yeah, I've been kind of busy doing other things, and I've been like, I don't know. I just haven't had a lot of motivation to play Genshin or Star Rail, but I'm back at it today. That one's pretty good.
Solidify. Live. Witness my great undertaking. Pull in. Attaboy. It's showtime. Bam. Stabilize.
Holy shit, Goro's almost dead. What the hell happened to him? I actually use food with this team because they don't have a delicious lasagna.
Can't catch me. Everyone on me! Order guide. Coming to be. Bam! Who wants some of this? Can't catch me. Let's roll! Burst forth. Moments of birth. Bam! Coming to be. Advance. Let's roll. Oh, coming through. Attaboy. Pull it. Let's roll. This. Charge.
Oh, wait, I just realized something. I'll be right back. I didn't grab my charger for my phone, so my phone will die pretty quick without it. BRB. All right, we're back. We're back and we have power. And my phone isn't gonna just die. Probably would have lasted like at least an hour, but... Okay, let's see. Not ideal. I was trying to level up Hydro Traveler just for the fun of it. But... What we can do though is I'll stop the music after this one and then we can get back into the lantern rite.
What should I try this time?
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
All right. Now we continue. Wait until 2 days later. Yeah. Oh, wait, 8 to 12. I didn't see that point. It'll be that time, like, very soon, though. What do you got to offer? I bought, yeah. But oh. Alright. Should be about time.
Paimon has never had dim sum at Shinue Kiosk before, but it should be quite the feast for sure. Ooh, and that's Paimon's stomach right on cue telling her it's time to go find Gamin. Let's go!
And dim sum? I've been seeing a lot of stuff about that lately. I've never had it personally, but I've heard people like it a lot. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat!
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you!
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing?
Dim sum. And just when you think all the dishes have been delivered, the hostess brings over a generous bowl of seafood congee.
Wow, so much delicious food! Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it where I'm from. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about holding back then.
Eat, eat. If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming as well. I don't usually have that in the morning, but, well, since everyone's here, I just had to order it.
Hmm.
What about you, traveler? Is the food to your liking? Want some more seafood kanji? Let me refill your bowl.
That'd be great, thanks.
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and full and make sure she gets a few extra shrimp. Thanks!
Except their chopsticks begin to dig in. Each dish takes it. Talk right now. Each dish tastes exquisite and is uniquely flavorful. You slowly start to relax as you enjoy a pleasant conversation over a satisfying meal. Probably not the best to stream a thing like this on days where I don't really talk that much. This goes on until even Paimon can't eat another bite. I work in the office today, so I don't talk for like 8 hours.
I even gave Paimon some extra brain juice. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out.
Figured what out?
Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that you're some young master from a rich family. That would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xingqiu?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure know a lot of people.
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of rumors. Sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. What it comes down to is being able to tell the difference. More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out for yourself.
Oh, you truly are a man of many talents, young Master Gaming.
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but you're wrong about my family situation.
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small scale stuff, you know? It wouldn't even make sense to mention his business in the same breath as the Feiyun Commerce Guild. My dad... he always wanted me to inherit the family business. To be a merchant like him. But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever wanted to be.
Gaming always seems so happy and carefree. This is the most serious I've ever seen him. This topic must be very important to him.
You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Tevat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job. Just a child's pipe dream.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but wushu dancing has always been the only thing I wanted to do. One day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. We got into a huge fight. We were this close to throwing hands. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. I haven't been back since. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm completely without fault. No, I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor, the results could speak for themselves.
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. Wushu dancing's just not that big in Liyue Harbor. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So, I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by and then some. Still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon.
Yeah.
We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Shenyun.
Auntie Shenyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an Adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier!
Wah. Ah, Mount Aoquang. Xianyun, we're here to see you. Same, Ganyu.
Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin Restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe? Not there!
Xianyun, take out a small green bottle, extract some minty smelling liquid, and apply it to Ganyu's horn. Now Paimon look on in shock, mouths agape, but cannot stop her in time.
See? It worked. She's awake.
Are you okay, Ganyu? Do you need some water? Or maybe something to eat?
I'm fine. I just feel chilly all over.
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always says a cool head leads to a calm heart. So, does this mean that heat's what we need to help you, Ganyu? Paimon doesn't think that's what the expression means exactly.
I feel a bit better now. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I usually take my midday nap.
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin Restaurant with me. We get off at 10 on the dot every night without fail.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming. I work as a guard for the Secure Transport Agency.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe I've heard your name mentioned around the Ministry of Civil Affairs. People tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very generous with your help.
Well, you know me. Or, I guess you don't.
My name is Ganyu. This is Shenhe. And this is Yao Yao.
It's an honor to finally meet you all. Oh, you must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have
Well
neither
said.
made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend! Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baiju lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise. Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. She always puts us before herself.
Huh.
It was so thoughtful of her to arrange this workshop, so I simply couldn't let such consideration go to waste. My motivation for being here might be a little different, yes, but I'm ready to put in just as much effort as everyone else.
Well, we're all here, but where the heck is Xianyun? Shouldn't she be here by now?
Who is it that speaks of oneself in such an ill-tempered tone?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Come get it while it's still warm. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were the smartest, coolest, and prettiest Adeptus. Someone as wonderful as you is sure to have brought enough for Paimon as well, right?
Cloud Retainer sets down her bags while Shuyu hands out the grilled fish. Everyone begins to talk. Lively conversations fills the usually tranquil environment of Macau.
So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. Go ahead and divide yourselves into small groups. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
There were instructions.
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening.
I'll be the one making it anyway.
Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, questions, or simply want to chat.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the others are up to?
They're like already halfway through it. It's been 5 seconds. What up, Gaming?
Hey, Gaming, want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the day after adjusting the dye formula.
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh? That doesn't seem like you.
No, it's not that. It's just... it would take too long to explain. I guess I'll just make one then. What shape should we go with? How about a butterfly?
Butterfly symbolizes the desire for freedom. That's also
What
what
do you think,
Gaming's
Shiyu?
searching for.
Is there a particular design you want?
I want a swanee.
That might be a little hard to pull off.
True, but I still want to try. They're super cute.
Okay, it's decided then.
Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what Miss Ganyu's horns feel like.
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, alright. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch with no discernible temperature. Oh, not unlike certain medicinal plants I've eaten before. Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should probably get started on our kite. It won't be long before Cloud Retainer comes to check on our progress. Perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Let's not disturb them.
Skyward! Scatter!
I thought it would just put me in a cutscene.
Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a finch?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your finished product.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet. If I make it blue, it'll be more like my friend. But if I make it gold, it'll be more like me.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise to... When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not? One imagines your friend would much prefer a kite that reminds them of you.
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
You said your friend.
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a way of knowing things.
Also, you said it earlier.
Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that one was supposed to be doing the relaxing. Is your kite finished?
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at?
The obvious answer is to make a Paimon ship.
Oh, that's not a completely crazy idea. If nothing else, a Paimon-shaped kite could at least make sure you never get lost on your travels and always find the tastiest food and funnest things to do wherever you go.
Yeah, we've been having so much fun.
Artistic license.
It's like nearly the entirety of Fontaine getting wiped from the
The
earth.
word Paimon means the guardian angel of travelers.
And so it be so. Yeah. So it be so.
Now, what expression should we give her, since the kite is going to be flying super high in the sky?
Pleased with herself.
Ooh, like this? Ooh. The title of Champion Kite Flyer is mine!
Yep, that's the one.
Now that we've decided, let's make it happen! It's done! Paimon has to say, Kai Paimon might even rival real Paimon in terms of cuteness. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Shenyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Ganyu and Shenhe made a scissor-tailed swallow! It's so pretty. Yep. The coloring makes it look a lot like Master. If the tail wasn't split in two like that, it might even be a spitting image. If you look closely, there are a few spots where the colors go outside the lines. Did you doze off while painting it, Ganyu?
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for quite some time, but I simply could not recall the coloring of any bird. Except Master. Or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see it too.
Exactly. So I simply closed my eyes and painted from memory.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed? Wow, the disciples of Adepti really are something.
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night.
Nice.
Your golden finch is cute too, Yao Yao. It's all thanks to Auntie Cloud Retainer's guidance.
What about your kite, Traveler?
Check it out.
Ta-da! Here it is!
Its self-important countenance bears a striking resemblance to that of its namesake.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh?
Gentle breeze flashes past the jade chamber, drifts towards you.
Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety by releasing a kite into one's territory without one's permission? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer? Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Already on my way.
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
That's fair.
There's wind up ahead. Looks like we can glide over. It's right there.
Oh.
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion is quite curious indeed.
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong.
Outsong.
Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of dread at the thought.
Your concern is misplaced, surely. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her abode attending to her research. She will not notice that kite. On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift technology. One cannot help but surmise that its ingenuity rivals that of Cloud Retainer's creations.
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell to any further use of the Supreme Cuisine Machine.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now confronted. This is all your fault.
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary endeavor. Say something, Mountain Shaper. Surely you can think of something to appease her.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath. It would be better to stay silent and retire at the earliest opportunity.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite. But what about the Moon Chase Festival? Sooner or later, she will discover our true identity.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken then?
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for any impropriety. I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray, who could be responsible for such wanton behavior?
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then we'll just be on our way.
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Shaper? What are you doing here?
You!
She.
Okay, now Paimon's getting a weird vibe. Did she say something wrong?
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises. One was simply curious as to how long they would keep up the act.
Then you are not angry?
Furious.
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how enticing these city novelties can be.
We were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the delights of the times. However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand. No worthy kite could be born of our own making. Thus, we could only take the convenient route, so to speak.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer. You wield the wind and waves themselves. Your singular talent stands unmatched across the land. Of this, we are well aware.
One has guests to attend to. We will have to convene again some other time. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already? All this flying from place to place is wearing Paimon out.
Skyward!
Oh, here I thought we were gonna fly back.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
They're back.
Paimon's pooped.
But we teleported.
Why are there only two of you left?
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing with their kites. Gao Ming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that I don't quite understand.
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Calming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards kites.
Christy, hi. Welcome. How are you doing? Perhaps he sees himself reflected in them.
A reflection of himself. Oh, if I were a kite, I would cherish that
Hi.
tether as a symbol
How are
of
you doing today?
kinship and the bonds that tie us and...
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection, but lose it, and you lose that which links you
Chilling
to
in
home.
bed, gonna sleep soon as 3
If
a.m.
Gaming truly
Nice.
sees a kite as a reflection of himself,
I'm trying to finish the lantern right.
then I fear
At least
I
the quest line,
understand
and
his
then maybe
words
I can do
even
the
less.
events like later
Well,
this weekend.
People often have different points of view depending on their
I'm not
mindset
gonna be
and
streaming,
experiences,
so
right? It's actually quite normal.
checking in on a friend I miss.
Just like
Well,
some
you're always
people
welcome,
can
and
eat
thanks for checking
spicy
in.
food, but others
I've been doing
like
better
ordinary
lately. I
rite.
was kind of stressed for a few
Exactly.
weeks,
That's why
and
tolerance and understanding are
this
as important as they
last few days I ran out of sleep
Tolerance
meds, but I
and
have some again.
understanding?
We're doing it.
What
We're
brought
doing
about
better.
this conversation? Did one miss something?
We were just chatting. You don't have to butt in on every little thing, you know. Where were you anyway?
One was merely doing a bit of
Vodka,
cooking.
sleep meds, no.
Night fast approaches. If you are
I can't
otherwise
really afford
unoccupied,
alcohol at the
one
moment
will
right now
treat you to
anyway.
stay
I don't want to
and eat
buy
before
any.
you depart.
Or if I do buy some, it's not going to be
So
vodka.
long since I've had the chance to enjoy your cooking, Cloud Retainer.
Like,
Uh,
they,
Worry not. One is
like I
prepared
was
variety
drinking
of
like a
meat
little
and
bit of
vegetable
wine or like
dishes.
rum
One
and
is more than
sours or
familiar
like
with
different
everyone's
things like
culinary
that for a little
proclivities.
bit, and I was getting pretty tired, but it was the problem with that is mixing alcohol and then trying to take my sleep meds because I still need help even after that. Does not work out that well. Like I'll dibs on Paimon's portion.
Hey, Paimon's hungry too. It's not like the dim sum and grilled fish could keep her full the whole day, you know.
Just tire yourself out if
Shenhe,
you don't have
got
meds.
you.
Yeah, I
What's not?
tried well, I didn't get a lot of sleep Sunday night, but then last night
Favorites, are you?
I had to wait until today to get my sleep meds. I tried melatonin. I don't know if it really worked or not because I was just exhausted either way, but I did fall asleep before midnight, which doesn't usually happen. Ah. And yeah. Gives you fucked up dreams. Everything was fine for me, I guess. Finally see them in their dresses.
Oh, I can feel the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure?
But like
I
I
check before I stepped outside.
I also lucid dream, so it didn't really matter.
how do we look?
Ads, no.
She asked them just like that.
You look great.
You look pretty too, Ganyu. Oh, how should Paimon put it? You both look so elegant and refined. Those outfits really suit you both.
Given that one employed the services of the best tailor in all of Liyue, one would expect nothing less. What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately, why is Cloud Retainer suddenly asking about what colors we like?
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own tastes.
The color black doesn't get dirty easily. A virtue I've come to value recently.
And you, Ganyu?
I favor blue and black.
And the material is sufficiently comfortable, yes?
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
You're back.
Thank you, Master.
One is content as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
Seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better, Xianyun. This golden crab's particularly good. The shell's delicious.
Yeah, she's like, I hope the outfits will see much use. Like, yes, they will, because I bought both of them.
Can't stop eating. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chopsticks.
It'd be a close match.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. One was hoping to treat him to a meal. Oh well. One will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
But yeah,
For someone to make
the
such a good
backflash
impression on you,
or whatever, the back... Is it backflash?
One has high standards. He appears to be a young
It
man
was
with
like
much
a scene
merit,
of
and one is not the type who would
Cloud
see
Retainer
second
asking
chances.
Shenhe and Ganyu
It appears that he wishes
what
to break
colors
free
they
from
like.
the kite string that tethers him.
Kite string? Huh. What strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe. Ever since you returned from
Retrospect,
one main
yeah.
restaurant, your turns of phrase render one at quite the loss.
Where do we even begin? Oh, do you know about the conflict between Gaming and his dad, Xianyun?
Probably
One
not.
has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Oh. One believes we would all benefit from a more thorough retelling.
Off I go.
Start
Thank you
from
for
the
keeping
beginning.
yourself safe. Mwah.
Oh, okay.
Hope you sleep well.
Paimon just hopes he
Give
won't
you a
mind.
tuck.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make haste.
Uh-oh, is she adopting
As
another
was
one?
contacting various tailors around Liyue, one could not help but be reminded of Menogius.
Oh.
He possessed a singular talent for clothing design.
Oh.
He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric selection and color pairing, but also for what accessories could best accentuate a garment's overall styling. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the ladies in attendance that the skirt Menogius made for her was too long and impractical, lamenting that it would only hinder her in battle. However, when one asked Menogius' opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adepto countenance by exemplifying a certain elegance. Menogius was that type of person. When it came to topics relating to garments and accessories, not even Rex Lapis could best his stubbornness.
Why
And
are we
later,
talking about? And later, ...
one seems to have strayed off topic. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn into regrets. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and misfortune can befall any of us without design or reason. If there is a chance for young people to remain insulated from this reality, one should do one's utmost to make it so.
That's
Huh.
nice and all, but
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
We live in Delulu until we can
Perhaps
handle
dental arts could be
the real Lulu.
Oh no. Mechanics, perhaps. One fails to see its use in a situation such as this.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our efforts is a fine idea indeed. Aha! One has an idea. How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
yep. Oh, Paimon really hopes this works.
I'm sure I'll hear what it is in
One's
due course.
designs never fail. Now then, I counsel rest for all, and to make the necessary preparations. One shall see you in 2 days.
Let's go. It's 2 days again. Who'd have thought? At least that works. That we weren't already past, like, there have been some times where it's like, wait 2 days, and we were already past midnight, so it's like, ah. Still have to wait 2 days, but technically we have to wait 3. Alright, where are we going? Wait until the appointed time. I thought she said the pavilion. Should be pretty soon. I should have just waited until 8, but I was like, I didn't feel like moving it any further. Wanted to take time to get to where I was gonna go. Huh.
It's time to carry out the plan! Let's go find Gaming! Hope everything goes well.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Whoops.
Yeah! Skyward!
Hi, Gaming! Paimon sees you've certainly gotten an early start this morning. Playing games already, are we? Who won this time? You the one buying dim sum again?
Hey, when you put it like that, it makes it sound like I'm always the one losing.
Ah, perfect, you're all here. There's an important commission I need your help with.
Alright, I've got the time. Where are the goods?
It's not just goods this time. I need you to escort a tea merchant and their wares from Chaoying Village to Liyue Harbor. A very important client has requested to meet with him.
Sure. What's this merchant's address?
Dun dun dun.
Here.
If the client's that important, then this must be a very crucial, very pressing commission, right?
Of course, the sooner you complete it, the better. I would advise you to depart as soon as possible.
That's fine by me.
Alright, don't work too hard now, Longjo. We'll set off then.
Okay.
You're a bit quiet today, Gaming. Oh, do you want Paimon to tell a story?
We're almost there. I'll take a rain check on that.
This place is very pretty.
Hello, you must be the tea merchant heading to Liyue Harbor. We're here to escort you.
Yep, talk.
Dad?
Oh, so you're Gaming's father. It's nice to meet you. Just leave this delivery to him. Trust Paimon, he's got this in the bag. Gaming is super good at what he does. Everyone at the Secure Transport Agency says as much. Even the Ministry of Civil Affairs has nothing but good things to say about him.
Seems like you've made some sort of name for yourself at least.
The goods are all in order?
Yes, they're all here.
Then let's get going.
A very important client has asked for you by name. You kinda have to come with us. Paimon doesn't know how we would explain ourselves if you just didn't show up. Plus, you'd be missing out on a huge money-making opportunity.
I see. I suppose I will have to trouble you all to escort me, then. Let's go.
Do we have to walk? Oh, okay, good. We can just... Nope. I was gonna say, that's gonna be a hell of a quest. It's just like, congratulations, you're now walking all the way to Liyue.
We've been walking for so long. Is anyone tired? How about we stop and rest for a bit?
No.
I'm fine.
Gaming, don't you usually have some delicious snacks on you? Come on, bring them out so we can share them.
I'm fine. Thank you.
But the winter melon cake he gave us last time was so delicious. Have you ever tried it before, Mr. Ip?
Paimon. This place looks nice and open. Why don't you all rest here for a second?
Huh? What about you? You're not going to join us?
I'm not tired. I'll keep watch.
Oh, but
Just let him go.
okay, we'll just share amongst ourselves then. Did you know, Uncle Ip, that the flavor of these cakes changes depending on...
Halt! Who goes there?
It appears that one's movements were overly conspicuous.
Enough of your musings. Focus. Focus on the matter at hand. Present your exquisite ornaments at once.
Indeed. Bring them forth readily and without protest.
Ah! What do we do?
It seems as if these two are acting alone. It won't be difficult to subdue them, but they might have something else waiting in store for Dad. The best way to keep him safe is... Leave this to me. I'll handle them. Traveler, Paimon, take my dad and the goods away from here.
No, Gaming. It's too dangerous.
This is what I do.
This is what I do, Dad! Ah, just murdering people.
A thorny foe indeed. Let us depart and seek a target softer in blows and disposition.
Don't think I'm gonna let you off so easily.
Away.
Cloud
Let us
Retainer's just
away.
standing in the background.
Gaming!
Don't worry, he's a great fighter. Paimon's even seen him take down a dozen or so treasure hoarders all by himself.
But Gaming, If he had just stayed by my side and learned the family trade, he wouldn't have to put himself in such dangerous situations.
We just have to trust him.
Oh,
Let's
Cloud
go ahead.
Retainer's gone.
We'd best get away from here, in case there are other bandits in the area waiting in ambush.
All is going to plan.
All is going according to Keikakudori.
Okay, we should be good to stop here. Yongli? Oh no, what is he doing here?
Good sir, please, listen to me. Reel in your line and leave this place as quickly as you can. There are bandits in the area.
Uh-oh.
Bandits? Acting in broad daylight? Oh. Ah, I see. It appears many people are catching a chill as of late. If your throat is bothering you, Paimon, perhaps some tea and rest are in order.
Nope, no need. Paimon's fine. She just, had some cake stuck in her throat.
He must have figured it all out by now. He's just playing dumb on purpose.
If there are indeed bandits in the area, then we should inform the Millelith at once.
The guard that was escorting us is already on their tail.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, such matters are best left to those with the necessary expertise. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose you're right. If ordinary people like us got involved, we would only cause more trouble.
Since we find ourselves otherwise unoccupied in this beautiful area, why don't we find a quiet place to relax while we wait for good news?
That would be lovely.
It's like, there are bandits in the area, literally talking to one of the strongest people in the world. Like, oh, bandits. Good heavens!
So, Uncle Ip does have a reason to be worried. After all, Gaming, the guard we mentioned, is his son.
Oops.
Gaming. The name sounds somewhat familiar. Ah, yes. That is the name of the Usho dancer who has been performing around Liyue Harbor recently, is it not?
Oh, have you seen him perform?
Indeed. I cannot help but admire his skill. He truly encapsulates the spirit of the Suani. Usho dancing has become more well known in Liyue Harbor recently. However, although performers are seeing budding success, they have no doubt had to face many hurdles along the way. Ones not so easily understood by spectators such as ourselves. If you ask me, what truly deserves admiration is perseverance in the face of adversity. That is a rare attribute indeed. I have heard many of my acquaintances praise Gaming for his kind, selfless, and courageous disposition. To have a child so accomplished and upright, you must be a very proud parent indeed, Uncle Ip.
Seems like Zhongli has decided to skip the formalities.
Well, he's a hard worker. Yes.
You should be sure to tell him you think that when he gets back.
If he
Your
gets
son
back.
is young yet. It's normal for someone his age to be a bit hot-headed. It's understandable to find talking about such things in person difficult. If there's a particular sentiment you wish to convey, perhaps we could pass it along for you.
No. It wouldn't be right to ask that of you. This thing between us has festered for many years now. In truth, there are some things that simply aren't easy for us to talk through. I've been in the tea business for most of my life, and I always hoped my child would do the same. Otherwise, how would he support himself?
I really like his
Past
voice
few
actor.
years,
It's like,
I heard how well he was doing.
I don't
for
know, it's
himself as a
nailing it.
guard. How
The
his
little
work
bit,
was
how he
taking him to
talks.
farther and farther off places. I also heard that he never gave up on wushou dancing. It made me happy. But I was also worried. When you're young, you can handle all that physically taxing work and manual labor. What young person isn't capable of making a living that way? My concern is what happens when you get old. Every time I get to thinking like that, I cannot help but be reinforced in the belief that I was right. That I was right not to give in. I often regret introducing him to wushu dancing as a kid. If I had known how things would turn out, I would have never taken him to see those performances in the first place.
It is only natural for a parent to strive to send their child down the right path. No one would begrudge you that sentiment, Uncle Ip. You need not worry.
You seem quite young, Mr. Zhongli. Yet you speak with such wisdom. Perhaps I have misjudged your age.
Your words are too kind. Truth be told, one of my old friends has several grown daughters. Rather than fretting about their future, however, she prefers to let them find their own way.
Then she's more easygoing than I could ever be. I fear I lack such an open mind. Oh, I meant to say earlier, there is no need to be so polite. Feel free to call me by my name, Ipdak.
Sure.
So, do you also think I fret too much, Mr. Zhongli?
That's not exactly what I was hoping to convey. Only a fool would ask a parent not to worry about their child. But think of it this way. Raising a child is not unlike flying a kite. Hold the string too tight, and it can no longer soar. As my friend once said, if your children are aiming for the stars, clipping their wings will only cause them to come crashing down. You need to let out the line for a kite to soar.
It seems I was too stuck in my ways.
You need not reproach your heart for caring. You simply need to loosen your hold a little. Indeed, with such a big heart, why not allocate the time you usually spend worrying about Gaming to the pursuit of other things, like going for a stroll, drinking tea, or taking in the scenery? You never know what surprises could be in store. Things can change in the blink of an eye.
The blink of an eye, you say? Do things change so quickly?
Children grow up in quite the same way, do they not? Day after day, year after year, sometimes in the blink of an eye, but always when you least expect it. As a father, I'm sure you know that best.
Yes, you can say that again. 1 second, Gaming was a kid. The next thing I knew, he was ready to fly the nest.
Zhongli certainly has a way with words. Oh, Gaming is back! Hey, Gaming, we're over here!
Dad, Traveler, Paimon. Good, you're all here. Oh, and Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor? You're here too?
A fated meeting indeed. We were just enjoying some pleasant conversation.
Is everything resolved?
Well, you could say that.
What does that mean?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me. I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Staru, hi. How are you doing today?
I'll come right out and say it. Those two bandits, you sent them, didn't you?
So, that's
Oh.
how we're starting off?
Can't look me in the eye, huh? Guess I'm right then.
Okay, but how did you know?
At
Hope you're
first,
doing
their
well.
mannerisms
You got
seemed a bit
strep
stilted.
throat, so you've been chilling. Oh
Once I got
no.
close, it was
I had
obvious
strep
they
throat
possessed
like a
great
couple
skills.
months ago. It was
I was right
awful.
on their tail, and it should have taken only a few steps to catch up to them, yet somehow I was never able to close that distance. People with that level of skill would have gone about things differently from the start. Like
You
sneaking
gave
up
it
on
to
us
me?
while we were
I'm
distracted.
sorry.
Unless, of course, their real motive was
It's
to lure me
dormant
away from the
for many months, just waiting to strike.
Wow, you're pretty quick on the uptake.
But
I
yeah,
just have a lot of experience.
usually like
I've
the
dealt
only
with
time
many
I've been
ruthless
sick,
bandit in my
it's
time,
been
but I've
twice
never
in the
seen one
last like
before.
few years it's been
I told them they would
strep
make good
throat.
guards if they ever wanted to get
But the
back to
last
Sacred
time,
Mirror,
ah,
and
like
that they could hang out with me and Liyue Harbor.
my throat hurt so bad.
You ever consider
I
you
like
might be
my
able to
entire
do
body
good
would
at
flinch
making
when I
friends?
swallowed, and I had like
I guess some you guys
102
were trained to
fever
help resolve
for
the
like
things
3
between my dad
days.
and me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I really do. But this
Yeah, I
conflict
hope you feel
between us
better
has been going
soon.
on
Do you
for a
have
long
like
time.
the I'm assuming you have like the
Even if those
antibiotics
two were
already.
real bandits, and I was able to subdue them and show 'em what I was capable of, it wouldn't change anything. You've seen the way he talks to me.
It's not like that
Yeah,
at
I got
all.
them today. Yeah.
Dad really cares
Uh,
about you. You
I-
should see the way
yeah,
he
I got
talks
my
about you when you
antibiotics and I
hang
took
around.
the first dose,
John
and
really
then I
wants
slept
you
for
to
like
stay.
15
You
hours.
agreed to let it go. You don't believe us?
He won't let it go. He can say as much as he wants to other people, but he won't talk to me.
And you? Will you
So
talk to
no.
him?
You told us you wanted to prove yourself to
Don't
your
want to
dad.
take them because the
Why didn't
pill
you
is
tell
so
him about
big.
all the hard
Oh,
work you've done these past few years?
yeah.
Will that even
I think
do
mine were
anything?
fairly big too.
I'm not
But
sure
at the very
talking is
or
enough.
strep
You
throat's
know
like
it was
bacterial
fine.
stuff. Unfortunately,
Just
you
like how
need
you won't know if something
antibiotics.
was delicious unless you taste it. Listen to us. It's time to put these people skills to good use. You can make friends with anyone, so why not your dad?
It won't hurt to try.
I'll do my best.
You are very knowledgeable, Mr. Zhongli. I'm impressed. Despite my being in the tea industry for several decades, it seems I still have much to learn about the art of tea
Oh
tasting.
no. Duo wants
You
me to
flatter me.
practice.
It was nothing but a few humble musings.
How much tea have you drank since we've been gone?
Not like it was alcohol.
Ipdak and I have found many a common interest. Our friendship, much like a cup of tea, seems to grow stronger the longer it has to steep.
Well said, Mr. Zhongli. Gaming, Mr. Zhongli is very knowledgeable. You should take the opportunity to learn from people like him when you're in the city.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Ahem. Zhongli?
I have very much enjoyed our conversation, Ipdak, but I, unfortunately, have some unfinished funeral parlor business to attend to.
Oh, I hope I didn't keep you.
Yeah. The one time
My
too,
apologies
like
for
I
taking
had
up so much of your time,
strep throat a few years ago.
No
Super,
need to
super
stay on
mild.
my account.
All I had was
When
like a
you're less
fever for a
busy,
day.
let's find a
And
time
then
to
like
meet.
my throat was kind
I'll
of sore.
treat you to
But
dim
nah,
sum.
this last time like
It would be
fucked
an
me
honor.
up. It was awful. Like I was actually to the point where I was like, I don't really want to go to bed because or this was like before I had the meds or the antibiotics. I was just like, man, my fever's so high. I don't know if I should just like go to bed or not because I live alone. So it's like, yeah. But everything was fine. I took like Tylenol and everything. You can't sleep either. Yeah. The 15 hours I sleep
Good thing you were able to
I
pick
slept.
up on what we were putting down.
I thought you lived with somebody.
have been
I
around the both
used
of you
to.
for
I
some
own
time.
the house now.
You
I
could
have
say I have
for
a certain level of expertise in
actually a
that
year
regard.
now. Like almost
As for
exactly
my
a year
role in the
now.
conversation, think nothing of it. I hardly
But
do
no, I've
anything
been
more
living
than that.
alone.
You never change, do you? Why did you have us walk all this way? Paimon thought we just had to go far enough to be out of earshot.
You can't even
A
sing.
friend
Oh no.
approaches.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, is that you?
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah. No, I like when I slept the 15 hours, I would wake up like
Ghostly kite. Could that elusive Director Who be coming to Wangshu?
I would sleep for like an hour and a half or so, wake up to drink water or something or take meds and then fall back asleep and wake up and fall back. But I slept a vast majority of
I
it.
might as well go pay my respects.
I was working too, like after I took the medicine and my nose kept like hitting the keyboard.
You.
My project manager's like, "Can you finish this real quick?" And I'm like, "I can't. I have to log off. I'm sorry."
Your arrival is most fortuitous. Do you want to try out this new gadget? The addition of the power source makes the takeoff more stable. It's just that...
He seems quite immersed in the study of this device.
I fear it's almost too stable. It completely negates the pleasure of seeing one's kite sway with the wind. It's a bit of a shame. In truth, I'm here because Director
It
Hu
works, but it
dispatched
works
me to
too
purchase some
well.
items in preparation for Lantern Rite.
I see. Much like she does every year.
But yeah,
Much like
I
she
was
did
pretty
last
much, as soon as I got the
year.
antibiotics, I'm like, all right, taking them, and then the Tylenol. I was still like taking Tylenol and stuff. You think drinking will cure
Am I
strep
wrong?
throat?
Or has she once again sent you out to buy, what is it, sesame oil or something?
I don't think it would cure it,
While
but it
we're on the
might help
subject,
with the
I do
pain,
wonder
maybe.
why she is so obsessed with using
I don't know.
sesame oil
My throat
in
was
the
so
preparation
sore.
of
I
mixed
like
vegetable
stayed
dishes for
away from
Lantern Rite.
anything that was
A
like
recommendation from Xiangling, perhaps.
I stayed away
What do
from
you
like
think, Xiao?
even like
I've only
crunchy
met
cereal and
Director
stuff.
Hu
I
a
ate
few
like a lot of
times.
soft stuff and just tried to
Hardly
drink.
the best person to ask.
Ah, and
Also,
is that not
oh,
a
that was
sign
the other
that you
thing.
should visit Wang
I
Shun's
like
funeral parlor more often?
it
wouldn't
hadn't
hurt to grace the
happened
parlor
any
with
other
your
time I had
presence now
strep
and again,
throat,
when you are
but like
otherwise unoccupied.
you only been drinking liquid,
This
yeah.
one here is a traditional
The
kite, one without
the
any
only
equipped
time this has
mechanical
happened
device.
was the last time I was
Director Hu
I
tasked
had
me
it
with studying the
because
differences
it's like
between the two
bacteria
to
or
determine
whatever.
which one is of
I
greater
like
merit.
I guess some of it was on my tongue or
Many
something. I don't
hands
know.
make light
Anything I
work.
ate or drank
Perhaps
tasted
you could test
awful
out the other
because I
kites
just
for
had
me?
that like stuff on my tongue. It was like ugh.
All right.
I tried to like drink just for the sake of like, hey, I have a
have
fever,
made
I
my
should stay
comparisons.
hydrated, but
If speed is what you're after, the mechanical kite is the better choice.
yeah, I ate
Wonderful.
very little
I shall
food
pass
in
that
like the few
information
days
along
I
to
had the
Director
fever.
Hu.
Or
I'll
at
leave
least
these
I
two
ate
kites
very
with you.
little until my throat started
Perhaps you
feeling
can
better,
find a
like
few
on the
friends with which to partake
second
in the
day, I
activity.
think.
You might find it to be an enjoyable use of your time.
Damn, shit tastes normal to
Oh,
me. Yeah, like any other time
wait.
I've had strep throat,
Who
hadn't had
enjoys
that.
kite flying?
I haven't had
Well,
that
I would
problem.
imagine someone of
And
your
then
talent and wisdom is
yeah, no,
more
this
than
last
capable
time
of
it was
finding
like
out.
everything had this like really
You
bad
interested
bitter
about the
taste
kite
when
with
I
Paul
tried to
and
eat it. It
General
was like
Xiao into doing it for you? Paimon didn't ask earlier because the situation was awkward.
I would hardly say I roped Xiao into anything. I simply sought the help of a friend. Besides, we did the testing together.
Seems like our pool of competitors is growing.
doesn't matter. We're going to win either
Do
way.
you like kite flying, Xiao?
I suppose I neither like nor dislike.
But yeah, I don't know. My throat hurt so bad.
Watching
I
a
didn't
kite
want anything that
gradually
would like
ascend into the
agitate
sky
it more.
does bring
I
me
think
a
I
certain
drank like
peace of
pretty
mind.
much tea and water
Perhaps they're a
the
bit
entire
like
time.
lanterns in that way.
The tea actually
Kite
helped now that
flying
I
is
think
also
about
a
it.
pleasant form of relaxation.
But then it was the problem that it was tea and it was a hot beverage and I had a fever, so it didn't.
We can teach you if you want.
It was like double-edged sword, I think.
There's no need. Menogius was the only Yaksha among us who had an interest in matters of ornamentation and design. When Lantern Rite is over, come find me near Pervasi's temple if you have the time.
Sure.
It's getting late. I should go inform Director Hu of our findings.
How's she been, by the way? Be sure to say hi to her for us.
The last time I spoke to her, she mentioned that she would be visiting Chaoying Village in a few days. If you have the time, perhaps you could also make the trip. If you happen to run into her, you can pass along your regards in person.
We'll keep that in mind. Take care, Xiangli. See you later.
See you next time.
Did they talk it out?
Come
Dad.
in.
You can go first.
I don't have anything to say.
Then I'll
Oh,
go.
really?
I still don't want to leave Liyue Harbor.
Oh. I can't say I support that decision, but hey, let me finish before you get all worked up.
Sit, Shenhe, sit. You must be tired from your journey. Shall I pour you a cup of tea, or would you prefer something else to drink?
No need. I'm not tired. They're gone, Master.
Perfect. The time is nigh for us to make an appearance.
Oh no, are they gonna ruin stuff?
Do you remember the plan one recounted to you?
Yes, Master. We aim to give them a demonstration of familial love. So I'll have whatever you are having.
All right.
What are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe doing here? Just how many people are involved in this scheme? I suppose all I can do is just take a seat and see what happens.
Perfect. I just so happen to have bought some Sunglow tea recently. It's quite the delectable variety. Or it would be if one has not been forced to drink it every day in the hopes of whittling down one's considerable stash. One has more than had one's fill already.
It's fair.
Forget it. Such thoughts detract from the present need to keep up the conversation. Has work been busy during the holiday season? Do you need my help with anything?
Drunk guests can sometimes cause trouble, but I deal with them as you taught me, by pinning their heads against the table.
Are Auntie Xianyun and Shenhe serious right now?
Oh dear. While one was busy orchestrating this act, one seems to have forgotten about Shenhe's various eccentricities. What I meant to ask was, have you made any new friends? We live so far from each other, it would be a great comfort to me to know you were surrounded by good companions.
You already know of my past circumstances. Recently, I've been conversing with Guoba in the kitchen at night. Guoba can't talk, but his companionship is a comfort.
The poor child. Her one friend can't even talk. I guess maybe Gaming is not doing so bad after all.
Familiar love, and they just make them feel bad.
Let's move on, shall we? Do you have any plans for today, Shenhe? How about we do something fun?
That sounds about right. Take her to do something fun, and perhaps she'll loosen up a bit.
Like we used to do when we would carry stones up and down the mountain from dawn until dusk, picking herbs to eat for dinner along the way. If that is what you ask of me, then that is what I shall do.
Dad, here, have some tea. Or no, wait, let's not have any just yet.
Yeah. I simply can't listen to that any longer. Coming, I'd like to finish what I was trying to say before. I don't support your decision to stay in Liyue Harbor, because living there is too hard on you. If you come home, there will be people to help you. I'm not saying we have to live under the same roof. I know our personalities are too similar to avoid butting heads. But you'll have your entire family around you. Your aunts, uncles, they'll all do whatever they can to help. You could get a less taxing job, and we could grab dim sum together from time to time.
Huh. I didn't know dim sum was such an important affair, Master.
Shh. Just think about it, okay? You don't have to decide now.
Dad really has changed a lot. He would never have said these things to me before.
Yeah, it's crazy what happens when a bunch of people are like, yeah, you're being a dick.
Thank you, Dad.
It's been long enough, don't you think? Oh, Paimon sure hopes they've made up by now. Oh, they're drinking tea in silence. That's not a good sign. Did Xianyun's plan not work after all? Hey you two! Paimon's sorry we were gone for so long. We got to chatting with some friends and didn't realize how much time had passed.
Perfect timing, actually. We seem to be just about done here.
Yep, let's go. I'll get the bags.
Gaming has grown a lot taller, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's taller than... I never actually noticed that. He's taller than Aether. What the hell were you guys doing?
Master, did I say something wrong earlier? I tried to go along with your questions, but when I saw how you and that man reacted, I started to wonder.
Not at all. Certain unforeseen variables may have presented
Remember
themselves
when we
along
used
the
to
way,
carry rocks
but
up and down the
outcome
mountain
proved
literally the
favorable.
whole day?
The plan was
Like-
a success.
Then I helped?
Naturally. Your purity of spirit is one of your greatest strengths, Shenhe. You need not change who you are.
Go to Liyue Harbor. I'm getting so tired, my eyes are itchy.
Skyward!
You must be Mr. Ip! Thank you for coming all this way. My name is Charlotte, and I'm a reporter from Fontaine. You can find me writing for the Steambird. I invited you here not just to purchase your fine tea, but also with the hope that you might be willing to sit down for a short interview. What do you say?
An interview? To advertise my teas?
I suppose you could think of it that way. We Fontainians are big tea drinkers too.
The Fontaine Market. Then I'll need some time to adequately prepare. Perhaps we could sit down and discuss the questions you intend to ask in advance.
Of course, of course! Please follow me.
I mean, hey,
Is this
it might
person
work.
also involved in your plan?
He's the very important client.
And here I thought I had lots of connections. I suppose I've been humbled. You sure know all kinds of cool and important people.
Over
I mean,
here.
kind of saved the whole place,
Over here.
literally. Several times.
Auntie Shenyun?
She probably wants to talk about the next phase of the plan. Let's go while your dad is still distracted.
I'm glad he's just like going along with it. Usually when people try to do this, they're like, I don't want your help.
Yeah, skyward! I
You
take
didn't
it
need
that
to
all
fix
is
anything.
going well?
Don't worry, Shenyun. Everything is going according to plan.
I knew it. I knew that was all an act earlier. Auntie Shenyun is really
I
sad.
mean, realistically
She was so
speaking,
excited
yeah,
about me.
their
She
village
didn't
is,
care about
or
making
city,
herself
whatever,
shine
is
out of pure foolish
pretty
and kind
close to
feeling.
Fontaine.
She truly knows how to look out
It's
for
like
others.
on the border and stuff.
I still have a lot to learn.
So,
As for the next step,
Oh no!
What's wrong, Gaming?
Don't tell me you're the ones footing the bill for all that tea. I can't let you do that.
fret not. Reimbursements will be made.
Exactly. Think of it more as an investment, as Ningguang would say. We pulled together the Mora so that Charlotte could place the order. She's gonna bring it back to the Steambird as a gift, as well as a sample of the regional specialty. Fontainians will probably fall in love with your dad's tea as soon as they lay their eyes on Charlotte's article. And once all the money from the new orders begin to roll in, getting our Mora back will be a piece of cake.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like,
Business-related matters always seem to go over my head, but I refuse to let you all lose more on my.
we're
back.
gonna fix your relationship with your dad and make a
We
bunch
can
of
talk
money,
about
just
such
trust us.
matters at a later date. There are more important matters for you to consider at the moment, are there not?
Yes. I've been thinking about it the whole way here. I have an idea, but I'd hate to cause even more trouble for all of you.
That is for us to decide.
Yeah, we're all friends here. Plus, we wouldn't be here if we didn't want to help, right? Just tell us about this idea of yours.
Okay. So, It's like this.
Got it! Just leave it to us. Let's split up and make it happen.
They always do those cutscenes, and they're like, "All right, what a great plan," and
We
you're
can do
like,
those things we talked about, but we also still have the kite flying competition.
"Uh-huh."
Since Xiao already tested out those kites for us, why don't we also go buy one of those mechanical thingamabobs or whatever they're called? We can attach it to our kite.
Hmm. Exactly is a kite flying competition? Is it just who can get highest? I think they explained it at one point, but
Skyward! Scatter!
Hello again.
Welcome back! I see you returned from your trip. I really do have to thank you for all your help from before. Thanks to you, my daughter was able to build a kite with her grandmother that very same day. She even wrote a long letter telling me how much she loved it.
Oh, you should really be thanking Gaming, not us.
I'll be sure to. And are you here to buy a kite? Please, take your pick.
nope.
Oh, we already have a kite. We wanted to buy one of those, device thingies from Fontaine. Do you sell them separately?
Ah, yes. Here you go. Please, take it, free of charge. The directions are in the box. It's not hard to install at all.
For a second, I thought she was gonna be like,
Feel right for
"What?
us to just take it.
Well,
Like,
nor would it
what?
feel right for me
You're
to take your
cheating.
Mora. Good luck in the kite flying competition. I'll be rooting for you.
All right then, thank you. Phew, it's done. Let's get down to business.
To defeat the Hun."
Looks like we finished everything we needed to do. Let's find a good place and put this thing into the sky.
Oh wait, is this the end of it?
Chi-Chi, we're almost there. Okay. Whoa!
Come here, allow me.
The lantern rite is as festive as ever.
This is so cute.
Huh? Oh, what's going on?
Did something happen? What should we do? Oh, should we get the Millilith?
What's that?
That's pretty cool, but how? Unless they have like the Fontaine device, I guess.
Have I taken that many pictures already? I need to load more film.
Wait, the wind.
Oh my gosh! Mommy, I want a big kite like that too! Do you see that kite way out in front? It's so beautiful!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite!
So cute.
Cummings' performance was so cool, Paimon almost wanted to join in. You saw that, right, Traveler? Let's go find him. Oh, he's over there, talking to his dad. I think I'll head off now, if that's okay.
Thank you, little girl. Do you want us to walk you back?
No need, no need. Master is waiting for me right over there.
Dad.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll go first this time.
Okay.
Your performance. I've seen many wushou dances in my time, but I've gotta admit, what you pulled off there was breathtaking.
Wow. I never thought I'd live to hear you say that.
You're serious about doing this professionally?
I mean,
Absolutely. I know it'll be difficult, but
Then it doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, of course it'll be difficult. But if that's your decision, if that's your dream, then it doesn't matter how difficult it is. As long as you put in the work, then any obstacle can be overcome in time. Really, when I was young, I also... Actually, how about we save that story of my past for another time? All I really want to say is, I've changed my mind. Much like this kite, you also deserve to soar to new heights.
Dad.
Son.
Son? Haven't heard that in a while.
I bet you're wondering what's gotten into me saying all this.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, I know I've never found the chance to say this before, but... to me, Gaming, you've always been a great kid. Alright, that's everything I've got. Did you have something you wanted to say, or...
Seeing the two of them talk things through like this really gives Paimon a sense of accomplishment.
yep. It was all because of you.
Now go. Over there. Your friends are still waiting for you.
Huh? But you came all this way.
I'll be staying in Liyue Harbor for a bit longer. When you have time, we can grab dim sum together. Your treat, right?
Dad, honestly.
Go.
I wonder. I kind of want to
Okay.
look it up, but I want to
I'm
know if
off.
like his voice actor is
See you soon.
actually um like Chinese or something. Cause he's got like I don't know. He just has almost like the perfect accent for it. I think. Got like the Mulan father type of voice.
That's quite the smile you've got there, Gaming.
Really?
It's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'd like to find and thank Auntie Xinyun, as well as everyone else who's helped me out. If everyone has time, maybe we could all get together and go fly a kite.
Wait, oh wait, is there gonna be a part 4? Wait until 2 days later. Of course. Why wouldn't it be 2 days later? I think I can still go around, talk to people, can't I? I don't know if they go away or not. This it? We're trying to go to that one guy's grave to talk to Zhao because he said to come find him, but I don't remember if that was here or not. Uh, we might as well go around and talk to everybody while we're here. Oh, yeah. Wait. This is it. Unless things aren't done. I thought Xiao said to meet him here. Also, that's really cool that it's actually, it seems like it's under construction. Ad break, no!
Skyward! Scatter!
Alright, well. Oh, wait. Until 12 to 16. I should kind of read those beforehand, huh?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Didn't she?
I guess it is still Lantern, right? Either way. It's Lantern right until the end of this patch.
Anything else to do today, right? Why don't we go have... The mountain air is so refreshing. It makes Paimon feel like she could float around all day and never get tired. Cream! Gummies! Fuel fruit!
What?
Huh? Did you hear that?
Nope.
Sunshine! Blue skies! Good vibes!
Good vibes. Something about bullet fruit.
Right? So Paimon wasn't just hearing things. That voice sounds really familiar. Well, we've got the time. Why don't we go check it out?
All right. Tick. You and Paimon make your way up the mountain in search of the source of the shouting. As far as you can make out, it's almonds and this cocoa paste. Delicious, that's for sure. A lively voice invigorates your steps and you ascend the mountain.
What are they doing here? Navia, Clarande!
Ah, well, if it isn't my dear partners. See, I told you that something good was going to happen during our travels today. I have to say, sometimes the Steambird's astrology column is spot on.
Oh no, she's an astrology girl.
Are you guys also here to catch the festivities? Oh, and that reminds me.
I'll know that accent.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
And to you.
Happy Lantern Rite to you too! Wait, if you're here for Lantern Rite, then what are you doing on top of this deserted mountain? And that voice we heard, that was you, right, Navia?
Oh, impressive. You could tell it was me from that far away. You've got good ears.
That or your voice is just really loud.
Well, of course it is. After all, I'm a boss.
Indeed. I suppose it's an asset.
Sure is! Having a loud voice is a handy tool when it comes to communication. Wait. That wasn't even Paimon's point. Paimon just wants to know why you two were shouting from the top of this deserted mountain. There was something about almonds, maybe? And buell fruit?
Buell?
Ooh, is it some sort of secret code?
No, it's not a code. The words are meaningless.
Perhaps, but the act of shouting was very meaningful indeed. That's just what mountain climbers do, right? After all the hard work it takes to make it to the top, as you stand on the summit looking out at the vast scenery, it's not easy to resist the urge to release those emotions.
So it's not that you were shouting, not what you were shouting.
Exactly. You get me, partner. I was afraid that it would cause a disturbance, so I asked the locals around here, and they said it was fine. Apparently most hikers like to shout when they get to the top, so the locals are used to it by now. So, you see,
somebody else made it to the top. And then one day they hear, help! And they're just like, oh god. Those, good for them, they made it to the top. Please, for the love of God, someone help.
For no reason?
Yeah, actually. A lot of times.
If I ever get stressed, I just go hunting.
Oh, that's a pretty good way to relieve stress.
Yeah, shoot something. Probably a good stress tool.
What I choose to hunt depends on my mood.
Huh?
Anyway, why don't you two give it a try? Shout anything you want. It's a real stress reliever.
As long as Paimon has clothes on her back and food in her belly, Paimon doesn't think there's any stress that needs relieving.
And I prefer to keep things bottled up. Oh my god, why is that too relatable?
Embarrassed to let loose. No need to be shy. Even Farina was shouting from the top of this mountain earlier.
Who?
Huh? Did Paimon hear that right? Farina's also here? In Chaoying Village?
Believe in your ears. It is indeed as you heard. Actually, the reason we climbed this mountain in the first place was also because we heard the sound of shouting.
Yes, we could just about make out someone yelling things like, Help me! And what should I do? So I came up here to check it out. And what do you know? Miss Farina was standing right there, all red in the face. She practically sprinted back down the mountain the minute she saw us.
Ah, that reminds me. I believe what she actually said was, "So help me, I will figure out what I should do about this script."
Oh.
So, you could actually hear what she was saying? Why didn't you say so earlier? I thought someone was really in trouble.
I figured we would come check out the situation either way. Why not let her keep some privacy?
Oh, seems like you caught Farina in the middle of some stress relief as well. She probably would have never thought. No, she definitely would have never thought she would run into anyone she knew all the way out here.
Was she alone?
I think so. We ran into Nervalet on the way here as well, but he was already on his way back, so they probably weren't together.
What? Nervalet was here too?
So many people from Fontaine. I was gonna say Zhongli might not be the strongest person in the world anymore now that Neuvillette is a true dragon again.
Apparently, he only stayed for half a day before heading back. He's a very busy man.
Neuvillette is not the type to take much time off. Taking even a half day for himself is already a huge step in the right direction.
Didn't Charlotte publish an article on the Liyue tea industry recently?
That
Maybe
was
he was
fast.
inspired to come buy some tea after reading that article. You know, just like you were.
My situation is completely different. I'm here because I was asked to accompany you. The tea purchase is simply an added bonus of this location.
You Fontanians and your tea drinking.
Oh, it's not for me. I lost a bet with Ridesley, and now I have to buy him something.
Seems a fitting gift.
It was
just
a
why
small
isn't he
moment
here
of
though?
fate.
Oh well, I guess
Ridesley
he's
was
the
really
warden of
invested in
the
that sort of
prison. He
thing.
can't just take a
But
day,
he couldn't
can
care
he?
less about what he wins in the end. You could give him mint plants that you plucked from the side of the road, and he wouldn't even mind.
If only he was that easygoing when it came to talking business. In any case, I'm pretty sure the tea you bought is this region's specialty. What is it called again? Nervalet even mentioned it earlier.
Sunglow tea.
Yes, that's the one.
You didn't really buy 10 boxes, did you?
Please, do I look like someone who would fall for that sort of marketing trap?
I bought 20.
That reminds me. You guys said you only came up here because you heard my voice, right? I hope it didn't put you out. You must have had other plans for the day.
Oh, that's right. Hu Tao.
I must have missed that part of the
Our
conversation.
friend was going to be in Chaoying Village, so we decided to come and see if we could run into her.
Maybe that was what Zhongli mentioned.
Here. We've been chatting for quite some time. I'm sorry for keeping you.
No harm done, partner.
That's good.
We should probably head out and look for Hu Tao.
No need to stay on our account. We just got up here, so we're gonna stay around for a little longer.
Go and meet your friend. We can meet up in Chaoying Village later.
Sounds good. We're gonna head down the mountain then. See you later! Chaoying Village is known for its tea, but you know what else they have with tea? That's right, dim sum! Didn't Gaming say something about dim sum being eaten in the morning? Oh, Paimon wonders if we can still get some at this time of day.
Afternoon tea might be a more appropriate.
Oh, well that's fine too. Paimon doesn't care what kind of tea it is as long as it comes with some tasty snacks. Now, let's see what kind of yummy things we can find around here. Paimon's not seeing things, is she? Is that Farina standing between Zhongli and Hu Tao?
Judging based on the hat, I'd say so.
Wonder what they're talking about. Zhongli knows a lot of stuff. Maybe he's telling Farina about Chaoying Village. Oh, or maybe Hu Tao is trying to rope Farina into being one of her clients.
Want to make a bet?
Hey, this isn't the Fortress of Meropide. But Paimon could be convinced for the right price. Let's say loser buys the winner 3 huge bowls of seafood kanji. Since Zhongli is there, Paimon bets
Isn't our money
things are
the same?
pretty tame. It's decided then. Paimon votes for tour guide Zhongli.
Then I vote for Hustler Hu Tao.
All right, no time to waste. Let's go see who's right.
It's gonna be both.
Good afternoon, Hu Tao, Zhongli, and Farina. Oh, great. Now Paimon's shouting too.
Oh, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Seems like our luck just keeps on growing.
That we were able to meet you both without prior arrangement must mean that this is quite the serendipitous meeting indeed.
Huh? Oh, so both of you are acquainted with the Traveler and Paimon then?
I have keenly felt the passage of time since our last meeting.
Looks like someone's learned a thing or two from Zhongli.
I must admit, I am a bit surprised to see you here, Traveler. But seeing as you're a hero who's been all over Teyvat, it makes sense that you would be well-traveled and well-connected. Since we have found ourselves in each other's company within this fertile land, allow me to take this opportunity to wish you a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
It appears you have been to Fontaine then. Given your proclivity to spread good deeds wherever you go, it's no surprise that you would make the acquaintance of a celebrity as illustrious and celebrated as Miss Farina.
That's quite high praise. What I mean to say is, you flatter me, Mr. Zhongli. Although I've built up a certain following within Fontaine, it is no reflection of strength or wisdom. I stand before you right now as nothing more than an ordinary traveler in search of beautiful scenery and creative inspiration. There is definitely more to Mr. Zhongli than meets the eye. I could tell as much from our conversation earlier. Given his breadth of knowledge on both academic and worldly matters, there's no way he hasn't heard about what happened in Fontaine. Is he just feigning ignorance for my benefit?
No. You're no common tourist. I simply won't have you talk about yourself that way.
Huh? Does that mean Hu Tao also knows?
You may not have heard, friends, but...
Miss Hu Tao...
Miss Farina is now one of my esteemed clients.
Ha! I win.
Yep.
She's Hu Tao's esteemed client.
Okay, you win. Guess Paimon will have to break into the hidden stash at the bottom of her shoe.
Huh? What's this about winning something?
Don't tell me. You two were placing bets on us.
It was Paimon's idea.
We just saw you guys standing on the side of the road and couldn't help but take guesses as to what you were talking about.
Oh, I see. That means you, my friend, must have guessed that I was trying to promote my business to Miss Farina.
You know me.
That I do, my friend. What was Paimon's guess then?
Paimon thought Zhongli was showing the newbie around.
By newbie, you mean me, right?
If that's the case, then Paimon's guess was also correct.
Oh, that's right. Mr. Zhongli was telling me about some great sightseeing spots in the area.
Ha! You see? Paimon was right too! Since both of our guesses were right, there can't be a winner or a loser.
Fine, keep your secret stash then.
Hey, don't be upset, traveler. How about this? You buy Paimon a bowl and Paimon will also buy you a bowl.
It's the thought that counts.
As for the third bowl...
Since I was the subject of the bet, perhaps it should go to me? You know, as a congratulations for the huge deal I just struck.
I'll buy you a bowl anytime.
I was just joking. Anyway, I should be the one treating you. The funeral parlor is about to bring in quite the sum after all.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask about the most important question. Did, something happen recently, Farina?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you know, with you enlisting the services of Wangxiang Funeral Parlor and all.
Oh, well, yes.
Really? Oh no. Paimon is so sorry for your loss. Although Paimon may have not known the person, please accept Paimon's deepest...
Whoa, it's not like that, Paimon.
Huh? But Paimon just thought, since you hired the services of a funeral parlor and all... Hey, it's not that big of a stretch.
Really, Paimon? It's not like you don't know me. Do I look like I know anyone who would ask me to coordinate their funeral? Miss Hu Tao is simply helping prepare some props for my film. Not too long ago, I read a collection of horror stories from Liyue. The content was spectacular. In fact, I still feel the need to sleep with the light on even now. Anyway, that's not the point. Now that Fontaine's biggest star has returned to the stage, I figured it's about time the industry enjoyed a breath of fresh air.
Might even call it a breath of fresh air, or... Oh,
Hey, that's pretty good. I'll have to remember that for my ad posters.
Oh, Paimon sees. That makes a lot of sense. So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Wangxiang Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hu Tao.
my nail
and Mr.
file's in the
Zhongli,
other
and,
room.
well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to
I want to
be.
file one of them.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his
I used to keep them over here, but then I was like,
But if you ask
I don't really
me,
need them.
it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Oh? Who was it?
Nouvellette.
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
Nouvellette.
What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
Navia and Chlorinde. One look at the pitiful expression on Farina's face is enough to convince you to leave out the part about the shouting.
Huh. Paimon never thought Nouvellette would be the type to get lost.
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble. He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked. This area is full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
For him, though, swimming would probably be the fastest.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hu Tao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction. But speaking of your friend...
What about him?
He doesn't get out much, does he?
No. No, he doesn't.
Ah, no wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh? This gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him, Zhongli?
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
What a shame.
That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
Is that so?
Judging by how Zhongli is acting and taking into consideration Neuvillite's true identity, Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose? Maybe.
Hmm?
Truly, what a pity.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
That's right. He's got more friends than he knows what to do with.
I'm good with people.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Neuvillette into loosening up a bit. Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time. Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Does make sense.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
He is the fair and impartial Edex of Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land.
Hey, sounds like a pretty uptight sort of guy, all right. In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite right, Miss Hu Tao.
Oh? Traveler, Miss Farina, those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clorand. Hey, over here!
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary.
Oh.
Any friend of the Traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Tao's eyes light up when she hears about Clorand's profession. But a quick explanation for Farina Navia seems to dispel some of her more misguided ideas.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina.
Oh, yes?
When are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary. I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
I didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Exactly. Just like in those ghost stories. 8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams. Ooh.
My dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
Of course.
Farina.
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character. By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Man, they really don't fucking know.
Well, that's, all in the past now. Besides, being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me. I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Chaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Have you all had a good time?
And I've learned a lot, too. Thank you so much, Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next
I kind of
time you're
hope
in
there's
the
a dialogue
Woods,
where we could have
I'll
with
treat you to
Zhongli
some dim
in
sum
private
from the city.
about Nouvellette.
Dim sum. Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts?
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order the winter melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious. Paimon knows you'll love them.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then.
Wait, but didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
Why not bring home any souvenirs?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me. A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast. Clorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
So, all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sigewin.
Clorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
What about you, Farina?
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course. I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that. They should all be things I can use, I think.
So you fell for a few marketing traps then?
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
Oh, actually.
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh, so that's what happened. Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us. I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's work. Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Clorand was happy to take him up on his offer.
Also, he's a fucking
If
dragon.
even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse?
Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him. Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Clorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette.
Oh, that reminds me. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli,
Does the director have any
it just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied, if you ask me.
Is that so? Given its distance from the city. Chao, surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I apologize.
I see. What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too?
Different worlds should not... Out of mind.
Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Indeed.
when he'll show up.
Well, everyone, make sure that if there's any souvenir.
Reliable as ever, Miss.
What is that supposed to mean?
Chlorand is right, though.
It's not what she's saying, it's the way she's saying it.
I will say, I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Cloran. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That
Smart.
includes my behavior.
You take care now, traveler. Paimon. Ah, trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
You are indeed quite strong.
You are indeed quite
It's been
strong.
great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Chaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Oh, we're going to the entrance. I was going to teleport to the fortress. They did say entrance, though. Uh,
Look! It's Neuvillette! We lucked out!
Oh, it's you. It has been some time since our last meeting. Few people frequent this location. Since I was able to conclude my work early for the day, I thought I might take a walk and avail myself of this area's peace and quiet.
You call this early? Do you always work this late, Neuvillette?
Strictly speaking, that depends on the agenda for the day. I am hardly bereft of time, however, so working late is of little consequence to me.
Really? If you have so much time on your hands, then why did you only go to Chaoying Village for half a day?
First, I should clarify that I was referring to my lifespan, rather than the time at my disposal on any given day. Second, I was unaware you possessed knowledge of my trip to Chaoying Village.
we just came from there.
I see. Thank you for informing me.
So, did you deliver the gifts?
Yes, they have been safely delivered.
I have to hand it to Clorand. Just a simple gift delivery, and she has the great and mighty Udex at her beck and call.
I was just passing through. It was merely an act of convenience.
All right. Then I hereby confirm receipt of the goods on behalf of the staff of the Fortress of Meripede.
A verbal receipt of confirmation? Is such a formality really necessary for a small matter such as this?
Guess not. This quantity of tea, though, seems a little excessive for a gift, don't you think? Before you know it, they'll start accusing me of taking bribes.
About that. Much of that is my own excess, I'm afraid.
Oh? Why? What happened?
It was buy 10 boxes, get half off.
Ah, that explains it then.
That's fair.
Well, go ahead and leave them to me. I'll get through this stash as fast as I can.
You have my thanks. Oh, there's something else I'd like to give to you.
This is a stone slate, engraved with a symbolic design.
While that is an apt description, it is in actuality a legal codex.
A legal codex, huh?
Before the advent of modern writing utensils,
Information was recorded on stone slabs such as this. The law was no different.
Okay.
Since ancient times, the scales of justice have symbolized the fairness and impartiality of judiciousness. As a tribute to that sentiment, this slate was designed after a traditional legal codex and engraved with a symbol instead of text. During my travels recently, I chanced upon a roadside stall offering tourists the opportunity to try their hand at the ceramic arts, so I decided to have a go. We joked with Clarence some time ago about gifting you a legal codex. So, here you go.
Ah, so that's what this is about.
I did not expect you to remember it as well. In any case, I hope this can be considered as a reasonable attempt to join in on the banter.
It is a very good attempt. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Even your sense of humor centers around the law. That's an impressive level of commitment. Well, a gift of this significance deserves to be put on display, and I know just the place. Front and center in the fortress's showroom.
Ah, surely there's no need for such a grand gesture.
Just kidding. I don't have anything like a showroom. But we do have a storage room. We can put it next to all the mechanical parts Sijuin has collected.
That sounds good to me.
So that's what you were doing in Chaoying Village.
Indeed. Of course, while I was there, I also took the opportunity to taste the local spring water. The aftertaste is much purer than what I have delivered to me in Fontaine. It stands to reason that the long-distance transport has a tendency to imbue the water with extraneous emotion. If you want to experience the true flavor, you simply have to go to the source. Perhaps I should organize some time off to do the same elsewhere.
As they say in Liyue, a balance between work and play is sure to keep your troubles at bay.
Then we are of the same mind. It appears my desire is justified.
If you say so, but you know you don't have to justify a vacation, right? You can just take one. After all, you're hardly bereft of time. You can do whatever you want.
You're quite right. I suppose I suffer not from a lack of opportunity, but rather a lack of inspiration. However, after reading a few articles about Liyue's holiday traditions, the idea popped into my head and made itself quite at home. Seeing as I was free of responsibilities for the morning, I decided to depart at once.
And how was it?
Refreshing. My spontaneous outing seemed to inspire quite a few other spontaneous decisions as well. Take, for example, my foray into ceramics. At first, soil from the ground is granular and unforgiving, but add the right amount of water, and it becomes soft, moldable, and able to take shape. In the past, I never thought about how quotidian vessels were crafted, but now I have participated in their very making. This is also something I made today.
Bro! That's really cute, but also it's like, oh, by the way, I made this. Like, I probably couldn't even make that. Well, I might be able to if I spent time on it, but yeah.
That's a ladle? Paimon thought it was supposed to be some long-necked sea creature.
That was indeed one of my inspirations.
Amazing.
Really? You like it? To tell you the truth, given your unexpected arrival, I find myself quite unequipped to give you the welcome you deserve. Around such an important holiday such as this, human custom would dictate that gifts should be in order. But I'm afraid this is all I can offer. If you'll have it, that is.
I made it by hand and everything.
That is precisely why it would do me such a great honor if you accepted.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. Happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, that reminds me. Pass along advice. Yeah.
Approve a leave of absence request for myself. That sounds like it could easily lead to a vicious cycle of self-indulgence, something which couldn't be in further violation of protocol. But I suppose I understand her point. My proclivity to refrain from personal outings does in part originate from a sense of responsibility toward my duties. But it is also due to a lack of desire to engage in the human world. But now I see that the human world is indeed full of many interesting places to discover.
I could have told you that. Let's go. Swear to God, if it says wait 2 days. Okay. Wait. What are we doing? Oh. We did it then. We finished Lantern Rite. Alright, we finished a little bit earlier. I was hoping that it would only take that little. So, with that being said, we've accomplished everything that I want to do tonight. So I'm going to end here because I do have to go to bed pretty soon. And we are going to raid the wonderful Rip Nicole. Ow. Chest kind of hurts. Sitting for a while. I have a standing desk at work now. Hopefully. I actually have to like set it up. But yeah. Thank you everybody so much for coming. Here's this. Here's the Discord. Here's the raid commands. If anybody's even here to use them. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night. If you're going to bed soon, I hope you have a wonderful sleep. If you're waking up or going throughout your day, I hope you have a good day. See you later. Bye.